Parents are freaking superheroes. We have superpowers. We are supernatural beings. You heard it here, folks. That's our secret. Hey family, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new, hello, welcome. My name is Alicia. I'm usually here with my husband Tim to greet you all. However, he is currently at work, and so it's just me and our baby boy Asa over here sleeping. Y'all, today we're talking about the last 2 months, okay? Talking about everything from breastfeeding, from sleeping, not sleeping, just different things that have been going on in these last 2 months. I want to give you guys an update from a mommy's perspective, from my perspective. Y'all, if y'all want to hear about it, just keep on watching. Alrighty guys, before we get into this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. All three: like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, so let's get into this video. I just want to start by saying parents are freaking superheroes. When I say superhero, I mean Superman, Batman, Thor, Iron Man. None of them have anything on parents, okay? You hear me? I don't care if a freaking space aliens come out the sky and try to tear up the city and you save the city. Like, no, that still don't compare nothing to parents. Yes, I'm talking about the Avengers. I love that movie. I love the Avengers. Fun fact about me. Anyways, beyond that, parents are freaking superheroes. We have superpowers. We are supernatural beings. You heard it here, folks. That's our secret. Anywho, with that being said, we're going to talk about the last 2 months as a mommy for me. And I'm going to give it to you raw and real and like it is, okay? So, just starting from the beginning. Delivery, y'all, the labor and delivery was long. I was in labor for 28 hours, okay? 28 hours. And I was at 9 centimeters for 12 of those hours. They would not let me give birth until I hit 10 centimeters. So I had to sit and wait for 12 hours at 9 centimeters. And just for them to tell me, we're going to go ahead and try to push this baby out at 9 centimeters. I was like, you couldn't have done this. You couldn't have done this maybe 12 hours ago. Anyway, but I'm so thankful for our delivery being so great. Like, it was painful, okay? But, you know, it was normal. I didn't have any high blood pressure. I didn't have, you know, anything go wrong per se. His heart rate was going up and down. However, some of that was due to the monitor not being, you know, directly on him. It was due to him moving around and stuff like that. He was alive the whole time, and that's what we were really, you know, worried about and that kind of thing. And so we were just really glad that, you know, he was okay in the end. Okay, so yes, labor and delivery was great. I'm so thankful for that. And as you can see, I have been trying to make sure that he does not wake up. Recording a video has been tough because between losing sleep, being sleep deprived, trying to get his eating schedule down, and him waking up, think he's sleeping. What was I saying? So labor and delivery was really good. We were just mostly trying not to, worry too much or stress too much and be afraid that anything was going to happen, because everything was good, everything was perfect, worked out exactly the way it was supposed to be. Then once he was born, there is this thing. I mean, it's not a thing, but so when we so I decided to breastfeed him. And when we first did the latching, so we did our initial latch, it was great, y'all. When I tell you it was so good, it was so easy. It didn't hurt nothing. Tell me why. We get back to the room, like our actual patient room, and they're like, oh, the initial latch is always easy for everybody. It ain't gonna be like that again. What? Like, y'all, when I tell you I was heartbroken, because when I tell you that first latch was so great and just, it was so easy and it didn't hurt or anything. Every latch after that took forever to latch. It hurt like a biscuit eating bulldog. Okay? It hurt and it took forever. And then on top of that, my colostrum, which is the thing that comes before your breast milk, was not coming in. And so I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, we don't have formula. This hospital, our hospital was a baby positive, or basically so for the baby that they want you to do everything that is best for the baby. And of course, breast milk and feeding milk that comes from the mom is the best food for the baby. That's not to say formula is bad for the baby. It's just not best for the baby. Okay, so I'm like, oh my God, we don't have no formula. The hospital isn't allowing us to have formula, isn't giving us formula. There's no way to feed my baby. We couldn't have visitors, nothing. Okay, I'm pretty sure somebody could have brought us some formula and Tim could have went down and got it, that kind of thing. But we weren't thinking that, because we were like, we want to breastfeed, we want to do what was best for him. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't feed the baby. He's about to starve. I don't know what to do. So at the very first chance I got, I was like, send me a lactation specialist, a lactation consultant. Send them up here quick, fast, and in a hurry, because we got to get this milk or this colostrum so that my baby can eat. When I tell y'all I had 5 different consultants in my room between the 2 days that we were there, it was 5. I was like, when they become available, send them up here. Okay? Every 2 hours, every 3 hours, every feeding time, give me a consultant, okay? And so in the beginning, breastfeeding for me was very tough. It was hard to latch. I was afraid that I wasn't feeding him enough. I was extremely tired. I was extremely exhausted and fatigued. And in the beginning, and maybe the second day, so the first day, he just slept. He slept all day. Second day is the day that cluster feeding started. Now, cluster feeding is when they are in the world for a day. Now they're starting to be hungry. You have to feed them every time they give you a feeding cue, which is sticking their tongue out, putting their hand in their mouth, puckering, every time you see these cues, you're supposed to put your baby to your breast to feed them, or give them formula or milk or whatever the case is. You give them food. For him, on this cluster feeding day, that was every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes to an hour, I was feeding him. And we didn't have formula, we didn't have bottles, so Tim couldn't feed him. Like, I wasn't pumping, none of that. So it was all up to me to feed him within the first few days. It was exhausting. It was completely exhausting. I felt inadequate, and apparently, that's some of the leading causes of, or one of the leading causes of postpartum depression, and for mothers to stop breastfeeding and go straight to formula, is feeling inadequate and not being able to produce and have enough milk. And so it was really hard to keep fighting, to keep trying to breastfeed. It hurt like crazy. Like I said, I'm just gonna be real raw and authentic with you guys. My nipples started getting scabs on them, and it was so painful at first. But I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep, fighting through it so that he can get the food he needs and everything like that. And so I ended up keep going, and it definitely got better. It got a lot easier and that kind of thing. And then we ended up coming home. He was born on a Thursday. We came home on a Saturday. We ended up coming home that Saturday, and we were tired. When I say we were missing those nurses and doctors, now it's two parts to it. We were so glad to be home because nurses and doctors would come in the room every 30 minutes to check on me or him, or every hour to check on me and him to make sure there were no complications and things. And that was annoying. That was completely annoying. But when we got home, we missed having people, we missed being able to push a button and say, hey, is this right? Or what about this? What if this happens? What if this is going on? Excuse him, y'all. And we just missed having them at our fingertips if we needed them. And it got real, that night. It got really real. And I think immediately we were just okay, we're on our own now. We have to be upfront with each other. We have to be, we have to share what we're feeling, share our emotions, tell each other when, we can't handle it, when we need help, just speak up, because it got rough, it got tough, and your emotions can get away from you. And I just really refused and really did not want to develop postpartum depression. And I didn't want to shut down and, become distant from Asa or Tim. Hey, how you doing? Hey, want to say hey? Oof. Say hi, guys. Oh, not this bed hair. You got bed hair. Yeah, so say hi, guys. Hi. Yeah, so it was really tough in the beginning. We had to learn him. We had to learn each other as parents, Tim and I, and it was just tough. But of course, eventually we got the hang of, we got the hang of breastfeeding. So he and I were, we are pros at the latch and the suck, okay? We're pros at it now. But it was still kind of tough to know when to feed him, like actually get him on a schedule, and to know like what his different cries meant. If he was crying because he was hungry, if he was crying because he was dirty, if he was crying because he was sleepy. Like, it was so hard to know. And in the beginning, it's like, maybe he's hungry, maybe this is a cue, maybe this is why I need to feed him. Or like every cry sounds like or every cry must be a feeding cry in the beginning, and you don't really think about the other things. And so eventually we're like, oh wait, he's not eating, why is he not eating? And it's like, okay, his diaper is wet, like let's change his diaper. So we would go and change his diaper, and then all of a sudden he's like just looking at us and cooing and just yeah, and just talking. And we're like, oh, okay, he needed his diaper changed. And then it's like, okay, his diaper's changed, he's fed, why is he crying? And then it's like, oh, he's sleepy, okay, let's put him to sleep. And as soon as you put him on your shoulder and rock him, he's like knocked out. And so it's like, it was tough learning at first, but eventually we got the hang of that. And now it's like we're just trying to work on getting him to sleep through the night. Apparently at this age, he should be able to sleep through the night, even at 2 months. And so we kind of have to backtrack and undo everything that we've done, partially because of my fault. I hate hearing him cry, like hearing him scream, cry. I'm okay with hearing him cry, babies are gonna cry. But when it's that cry, like to let them cry it out and fall asleep, like cry themselves to sleep, no, I'm so against it. I hate it so much. But every sleep training method that I see out there, the baby has to cry. The baby's gonna cry because it's something new, it's something different. They're not, used to being told to be put down. They want things to go their way when they want it, so crying is going to happen. However, Tim and I have agreed to put a limit on the amount of time we let him cry. So different methods would say like 15 to 20 minutes of crying is okay. And I'm like, no. So I go no more than like 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever reached 10 minutes letting him cry. I think I've probably done about 5 minutes, just by kind of distracting myself. I make sure he's fed. I make sure his diaper is changed. I make sure he's burped. Oh, sometimes he has a gas cry. So if he's like filled with gas, he won't go to sleep and he'll cry for that. So it's definitely been a learning experience. And if he doesn't have gas and all that kind of stuff, it's like, okay, what's wrong, bud? What's wrong? It's like, okay, he has to cry. Alicia, you have to let him cry so that he can know that it's nap time, or he can know that it's, he can't be held all the time. I can't get anything done if I'm holding you all day, So he has to learn that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to let that happen at first. Okay, bud, so he just woke up from his nap, and so it's feeding time. So I'm going to get him fed. Okay, bud. Hold on. Where is your pasty? Here we go. Okay. Okay. So it is feeding time now. He wants it when he wants it. So I'm going to end this video here. And that's just basically how these first 2 months have gone. Just learning him, learning Tim, learning our flow and everything like that. And getting that together. We've let family visit, of course. He's met his grandparents and some of his aunts and uncles and that kind of thing. And yeah, so just going forward, we are working on sleeping through the night. So I will keep you guys updated, or we will keep you guys updated on our sleep training method. We will be following the Babywise sleep training method. I'll put some links down in the description box for those who you know, want to know what that is and start reading about it now so that when your baby comes, you will be prepared on what to do. Because it's way easier to train when they're newborn and they're gonna cry anyway, and all they want to do is sleep. So if you can use that to your advantage to shape when they sleep, yeah, it'll work out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with us as long as you have. We will definitely keep you guys updated. It's been a little tough, you know, trying to video while having him, while being under the weather, while trying to work. I commend YouTubers who have children, who have babies, and still put out content, you know, every day or every week with ease. I commend you guys because it's hard. It's tough. It's not easy at all, but we're going to get it done. And we thank you guys for your support and love. You guys finally get to meet baby Asa, and he's such a great boy. He has such a great personality already. He's so funny and silly sometimes, but yes, I'm gonna go feed him so he doesn't cuss me out. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All 3, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video. And always remember, we love you. God loves you. You are loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye.